Good morning. We're starting in a few minutes. Morning. Good morning. Yes, the weather is looking lovely. Morning. Good morning, Elizabeth. Bright eyes. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. Welcome everybody to this 91st.5 session, the bonus session for the Monday morning, where we start the week, start our day with a guided meditation, experiencing the great benefits of morning meditation. We start the day with a meditation. We can set our intention for the upcoming day and get some clarity in our mind, get some objectivity, give our mind some attention when we are taught from an early age how to prepare for the day. We predominantly are told how to prepare our body, cleaning our body, feeding our body, probably with no advice or encouragement to prepare the mind, clean the mind. Generally, we put all our attention and energy into the body and very little into the mind. And as a consequence, we then experience all the problems that come out of the mind because we don't put any attention into it. This is why it's good to work with the mind and put energy into and mind. The good thing about the meditation on the mind is that it is very natural, in the sense that the natural state of our mind is calm and peaceful. Yeah, this is the natural state of it. When it's allowed to settle. And what we are doing in meditation is allowing our mind to settle. Without this type of practice, if you think about when you wake up in the morning, we go straight into the day, we dive into the day, turn on the internet, and start reacting to the day. Potentially throughout the entire day, there's no time. We don't give ourselves any time to settle, because we're going after the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. Although we want to be peaceful and happy, we don't allow ourselves to stop, which is such a shame. Until we potentially can't physically go on anymore, and then we fall asleep at the end of the day. And there is the cycle. So when we open up this space of meditation, which is what we've done this morning, or whenever you're listening to this meditation, you're starting to create some space for settling and enjoying the natural state of the mind. Mind is an incredible thing. Because we now have a human body, we don't know for how long, took a human body, and we are sitting here in a human body. We have the potential to reflect, contemplate, and meditate, and to discover the nature of the mind. Initially, the conventional nature of the mind, and then finally the ultimate nature of the mind. Starting with the gross levels of mind, then subtle levels of mind, and then finally very subtle levels of mind. But the wonderful element of this meditation is we connect with the natural state. So it's a natural, we don't have to impose anything onto the mind. So initially, when you start this style of meditation, the ego will want to impose things on the meditation, just in the same way that we do in our daily life. We want to try and make it happen. But we don't need to. We just need to, in a sense, step out of the way. Yeah. The ego needs to step out of the way. And we rest in the natural state of the mind. One of the ego's main tactics is the continuous gossip and stream of worry and neuroses. Yeah, chatter. The way we counteract that is not by forcing that to do anything. It's just to simply let that settle, not feed it, not entertain it, and rest in the natural state of the mind. This is what we're doing. So let's begin with some deep breaths to gather our attention inwards. Deep inhalation. And breathing out. 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 Final one. Deep inhalation. And breathing out. We then set a compassionate intention. How wonderful we feel. All living beings could be freed from their suffering and problems. And our heart goes out to everybody. We use this as our intention for meditation. And then we engage in the 9-round breathing practice. Deep inhalation. Breathe that out. Deep inhalation. Breathe that out. Deep inhalation through both nostrils and hold that. And breathe that out. Go again. Deep inhalation. Breathe out. Deep inhalation. Breathe out. Deep inhalation. And breathe out 3 times. Final round in your own time. My body, like a mountain. My breath, like the wind. My mind, like the sky. We appreciate that. All we need to do is abide in the natural state of the mind, which beyond the planning and busyness is peaceful, spacious. Patiently, we just sit and watch. Everything is inside the vast sky of the mind. We accept everything as it is and rest here. my body like a mountain. My breath like the wind. And my mind like the sky. We try to gain a clear image of the mind, and then hold it a single point of view. looking at the day and a week ahead of us now. Make the intention to remember the natural state of the mind, to remember this big sky mind in our interactions, to keep a sense of perspective through the day and week ahead. And to remember our compassionate intention how wonderful if all living beings could find freedom from their suffering. And we do whatever we can to help others physically, verbally, mentally. We can begin this right now by dedicating the good energy from our meditation for the benefit of everyone in our life. If we know anybody who's experiencing physical or mental suffering, we can dedicate the meditation to them, to our community, and to everyone across the world. Okay, thank you very much. When you're ready, please bring your session to a close. So I'll be here again at 7:30 in 12 hours time. If you'd like to join me for the 90-second meditation of this series, continuing the meditation habit, building it up. In the meditation break, which is between now and then, we try to keep a peaceful mind and, if possible, practice acceptance, accepting whatever's happening to us. This is a very helpful training to keep a peaceful mind, accepting difficulties. We all know from our own experience, life is challenging, difficult, frustrating. We can't control what is happening outside of us, what people do, the emails that we get. the decisions that the government make and so forth. You have no control over that. So instead of mentally fighting with what is arising every day, getting frustrated, and which is a form of anger, minor irritation, we try to practice acceptance, patient acceptance, which is a open mind. So this practice that we're doing here helps us to develop that. Imagine having the mind like a sky as an open attitude, which means that when whatever arises in our life, we can respond to it with an openness and an acceptance, as opposed to a narrowness and a rejection. Patience, it's not just not saying anything and putting up with it, but inside allowing the frustration to still be there, because that is not helpful for our physical or mental health to do that. Patience is a deep understanding that makes no sense to respond with frustration and agitation. It makes more sense to respond with peace and calm. And because we've done the meditation now, we have the power to be able to do that. Maybe you'll start to see this. It's like if you prioritize meditation in the morning, you have the power to respond to situations with peace and calm, not intellectually, because you've learned how to do it from reading a book or going to a class, but experientially, because you have some peace and acceptance. You see, so what you're doing here is you're empowering yourself. It was quite incredible, really. You're empowering yourself to accept what is happening. So that means we can keep a peaceful mind during our daily life, whatever's going on. And then when we come to meditate, whenever that is, the next meditation, say for example tonight, sit down and meditate, we're already calm and peaceful. And then we can go deeper in our meditation. Thanks everybody for your attention, and I wish you a pleasant day ahead.